This bullet here is a Sierra 85 grain hollow point Varminter. Sierra discontinued this bullet maybe 3 to 5 years ago. This is unfortunate since it's one of the best varmint bullets for the .264 caliber. Here are just a few predators that I've shot using the 85 grain Varminter. You can find these occasionally online or at a gun show. When Sierra announced they were discontinuing this line, I purchased about 600 rounds. As much as I love this bullet, perfect for predators, I was weary on using them on hogs. A gentleman by the name of Nicholas got a hold of Brian at Hammer Bullets Company about possibly making an 85 grain bullet for his Wildcat 6.5 Patriot caliber. Nicholas sent all the specs and information of the 85 grain Varminter to Brian. Brian met with his staff and created this bad boy, the copper monolithic Hammer Hunter 85 grain bullet. Hammer Bullets Company currently has 5 series of bullets that they're producing: the Shock Hammer, the Hammer Hunter, the Target Hammer, the Dead Blow Hammer, and a new line they're experimenting with called the Absolute Hammer. I will direct you to their website for more information. The Hammer Hunter is their high BC long-range bullet. It has a 1.5 millimeter hollow point tip and retains 60 to 70% of its weight. The jacket sheds pretty quickly, but to this date, I've yet to recover a single Hammer Hunter bullet in shooting over 100 hogs that weigh 25 to 300 pounds. The end of June, Steve Davis from Hammer Bullets Company sent me a batch of these new bullets. I used old data from my Sierra 85 grain Varminter. I also asked Steve if there was a powder he suggests, and he told me to start at 43 grains of Varget. I built 2 loads using the IMR 4064 and Varget. I got more speed out of the IMR 4064 to no surprise, but the most accurate and consistent velocity was 44 grains of Varget, producing 3,360 feet per second at the muzzle. No pressure signs on the case, so you can probably go a little bit hotter, but this was an excellent load. I ended up getting COVID at the beginning of July. It's taken me 3 weeks to recover from post-symptoms, meaning I couldn't hunt. When I started to feel better, I put up a new Moultrie directional feeder at my East Texas property. I will do a separate video on my experience with this feeder. I don't believe I've shot a hog at this property in probably the last 7 to 9 months. And wouldn't you know it, the week that I started feeling 100% healthy, the temperatures in Texas decided to stay over 100 degrees. I got to the property late to avoid the Texas heat. Due to the local noise in the area, I typically don't see hogs moving around until after 10 p.m., and we'll pick up the action from here. Just like that, at 10:15, this hog hunt was done. Nothing like a 45-minute hunt. This 170-pound boar smelled horrible, but looked really healthy for a summertime hog. At a distance of 50 yards, the Hammer Hunter 85 grain bullet hit this hog at 3,207 feet per second, delivering 1,940 foot-pounds of energy. What was completely shocking to me was the trauma this bullet produced. Here is the entry point. It was a quartering away heart shot that deflected upward off the shoulder. The bullet exited just below the right cheek. Internally, the heart and lungs were complete jello. It did not look like the bullet had completely expanded until after traveling through the shoulder, but the expansion at its widest point was over 5 inches. This is the most trauma I've ever experienced in a hammer bullet. Now I need to test this bullet at distance. My next 2 videos will be doing a full review of the Envision Halo and the Moultrie directional feeder. There are a lot of small piglets hitting our bow hunting stands, so I'm going to break out the 350 Legend. Until then, stay tuned for my next adventure.